This is Miss Sue. Welcome back. Today we'll be reading a book called Shark vs. Train. This book is about a match between a shark and a train. And in order to see what happens, we have to read a book. But before we start, we're going to learn to review some vocabulary words and how to chop it up. Remember, in order to chop a word up, you have to go by syllable, by syllable, by syllable. So every time there's a line under each word, that's a way to chop it up. The first word that we're going to go over is the word carnival. This word has carnival. That's the way it's broken into three parts. Carnival. This meaning of the word is a place outside where there are machines that you can ride on and games to win prizes. Some of the carnivals kind of look like this. Some of the carnivals consist of contests and games like this with ticket machines. The next word that we have here is the word galaxy. Galaxy is broken into three parts. This word means located outer space where there are many, many stars, gases, and space dust. The next word that we have here is a match. So in order to understand the story, you have to understand this is a match between two different things. One of them is the shark and one of them is the train, as you can see here. Match. The reason why the T isn't underlined is because it's silent. You do not hear the T word if you listen carefully. Match. The T is silent. This is a contest where people or teams compete to see who wins. As in this story, again, we're seeing who wins between the shark and the train. The next word, I think this is the last word, is recital. So you will see in this story that they will mention a piano recital. And in order to break this word apart, we gotta go recital or recital. And this is a performance of music or dance by one or more people. Alright, let's start reading the book. Shark vs. Train, written by Chris Barton and Tom Linchenhill. As you can see here from the toy section, there's a grrr, and this one says chugga chugga. So if you can think about this, one of them has to be the train and one of them has to be the shark. So you see two boys playing. They're trying to play with toys. One of them takes out a shark, one of them takes out a train. And let's find out what happens to the shark and train. Shark versus train. Who will win? Well, that depends on if they're in the ocean. The shark says, "How's that furnace working for you?" Or on railroad tracks, "Can we make it 2 out of 3? If they're on a seesaw or in hot air balloons, roasting marshmallows, as you can see from this, sometimes the shark loses while the train wins. As on this picture, the train loses and the shark wins. The reason why the train would lose on this is because hot air balloons usually are in the sky. And since the train is so heavy, the hot air balloon isn't able to lift the train up. Eating pies or having a burping contest. It depends on whether they're bowling, shooting baskets. He says, "That counts as a strike, right? This is why you guys have a bad reputation." Because he broke it, as you can see. Or going off the high dive. Since sharks do belong in the ocean, they are very comfortable in the water. As you can see, this is a train and it has a lot of coal, and Letting him dive into water is just a no-no. Running lemonade stands or trick-or-treating. Or giving rides at a carnival. Mostly people would rather go on the train ride compared to the shark ride. It can depend on who gets to pick first. Let's see which one. Who names the game? Your choice. And who deals the cards? I believe these cards are marked, said the train. Go fish, said the shark. But who wins if they're playing hide and seek or trying not to get shushed? This means that the train is usually really, really loud compared to the shark, right? Performing a piano recital, the shark says, sorry, the sound of the sea always gives us the munchies. The train said, I guess I hit that last note a little hard. Or playing extreme zombie squirrel motocross. The train said, sure, would help if we had thumbs. Yep, it's harder for them to play without the thumbs, right? Exploring distant galaxies. The train said, we need to find some train tracks. The shark said, I have a bad feeling about this. Or sword fighting on a tightrope. The shark said, sword fight? I thought we were having a sword fish. The train said, couldn't we do this on a bridge or on a depot? As you can see, he's about to tumble off. Or the shark said, okay, this is getting ridiculous. The train said, now would be a good time for a break. Do you think that they're going to take a break? Boys' lunch! So it's time to eat lunch, and now they're going to put the toys back. And the shark says, next time you're history. Next time you're sunk, Squid Slipper. And that's the end of the story. As you can see from this picture, this match between the shark and the train was made by these two little boys. And that's the end of the line. Well, let's get to the questions. The question for the first one is, what was this book about? Was it A, the match between shark and train, or B, the match between the two boys? Think about this throughout the whole story. Who was being matched between? Who was being competing in the story? Give you a few seconds. Okay, let's go over it. The answer is A, the match between shark and train. They wanted to see who can survive during the match and who would win for each scenario. The next question is, if the shark and train are having a match underwater, who do you think would win? Think about this. Underwater, who would be more comfortable being underwater? Okay, let's go over this. The answer should be the shark. The shark, since it does live underwater, it would be more comfortable and would be more likely to win underwater. As for the train, it's usually on the tracks and on land. It would be very, very uncomfortable for it to be underwater. The next question is, if the shark and train are having a match at a park, who do you think would win? So remember, one of them is on land, one of them is in the water. If we're at a park, who would win the match? Okay, let's go over it. The answer should be the train because the train is long and it's solid and it belongs on land and it can crush anything. The shark would be the one that would lose in this scenario. Now, throughout the whole story, you have to be either Team Shark or Train. If you're both, it doesn't matter. Who did you want to win throughout the whole story? Did you like the shark more or did you like the train more? Who were you rooting for? There is no right or wrong answer. Okay, and that's the end of the story. If you liked this, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, and it's okay. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.